Give us a little bit of background into how you got started in cybersecurity.
Oh, well, that takes me back a long ways. I'm not sure my memory is quite up to that. But, back in 1980, I was kind of a hippie math professor looking for what else do I do. Grew up in the 1960s.
Yeah.
You know what that means,
Sure.
right? Liberal, all of those things. And didn't quite know what I was going to do. And but it was time to move on. Found myself in the Reagan Defense Department
Really?
in the aerospace industry. Yes, doing work. Turned out it was fundamental early work in what was then computer security. Ultimately, the question is, how do you write computer programs so that they can't be hacked?
Right.
But what we learned 30 years ago was that that's really not something that's achievable.
Wow.
You can't do it. The complexity of software is just such that there's no way reasonably. I mean, you got to spend way too much money to develop it. We'd still be living on an abacus and things like that if we had to secure things 100%.
Right.
So the challenge as a result of all of that, I mean, having seen that in the 1980s, I had the good fortune to work on nuclear missile security, stuff like that. Did some work at the White House as well. All around the subject of, so if you can't write the software to be absolutely 100% mathematically sure that it's going to do what you want it to do, well, then what do you have to do instead? What are the alternatives around that? And a piece of that is a whole discipline of software engineering. Microsoft, all the big companies, when they write software, I mean, they've learned over the years kind of how to do this in a practical way that also gets them a measure of security. But particularly as we look into the last several years, more and more of the responsibility for security is falling on management, on users themselves. You can't rely on the technology to protect yourself.
Wow.
Well, in some ways, yes, you do. But B, I think the more important part of the story is that as we face cybercrime, as we see it happening more and more frequently, the consequences of it becoming more and more serious, both to businesses and to individuals, it's up to, and this is part of what our ISSA chapter is all about. It's up to all of us to kind of get this conversation going, so that we can help everybody understand what they need to do. And again, that's why I'm so grateful for your interest in this and for your having me on your show.
Yeah, thank you.